Born in the beautiful Caribbean, and then moved to Florida with her family. It was in Florida where she met the love of her life. They married and then developed a beautiful family of 6. Their journey would then bring them to Cumming, Georgia, where they resided. Tamla was her name, and she was married to Leander. Tamla was described as fun, loving, caring, a great mother, and the life of the party. Tam loved being a mother and showing up for her children's games with her bullhorn in hand, cheering them on. On the night of November 3rd, 2018, Tamla joined some football moms for a birthday party. Sadly enough, this would be the place where Tam took her last breath.
Here's Mike Pachinik in for South County Now, where he broke the story and now has exclusive video showing the victim the night before she died.
Happy birthday to you.
This video a source gave to us shows a November adult slumber party at a Forsyth County home. Among those attending, mother of 5, Tamla Horsford. But after a night of fun,
laying in the yard down, basically on the patio downstairs.
A gruesome discovery. Horsford dead in the backyard.
She's not moving one bit. She's not breathing.
The man calling 911 is Jose Barrera, the homeowner's boyfriend, seen in this clip of the video.
I'm guessing maybe she fell off the balcony.
According to the death certificate provided to us by a source, the coroner appears to have taken Barrera's word for it, ruling her death an accident. A fall from a deck that caused, quote, multiple blunt force injuries, and that a contributing factor was, quote, acute ethanol intoxication or alcohol poisoning.
So before we get further into this case, I want to introduce myself. I am Goldie One of Goldie One Media. Thank you all for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This story has been out since 2018. The incident occurred on November 3rd of 2018. Tamla Horsford was found in the backyard of this friend's home the morning of November 4th of 2018. There's a lot of questions, a lot of speculations going on. I just want to do my part and bring forth my knowledge. Just to give you a little bit of background, I am board certified to practice medicine. I assess, I diagnose, I treat. I am in no way diagnosing anything. I'm going strictly by the facts. I have the death certificate as well as the autopsy report. We're going to walk through each and every one of those things, not on this first part, but on the second part. So make sure that you follow me so you don't miss that video. It's just taking time because I'm listening to every single one of these people who were at that party. I'm listening to their testimony or their investigation or sort of investigation in the home. But we'll talk about that in the next video. But what I want you guys to know is that I'm just giving my opinion. If you don't like what I say, you may not like some of the things that I say. You may agree with some of the things. It doesn't matter. I just want to give the straight facts from what I see, some inconsistencies, some straight bull. I'm just going to be honest. That's how it is. I'm looking at it from my own view. I hope you guys take heed to look into this case further yourselves. Was it an accident? Was it straight murder? We're going to talk about it. So thank you guys for joining me. Let's get back on into it.
Forsyth County 911.
Hi, yes, I need an ambulance and a police to my home.
What's the address?
4450 Woodlet Court.
4450 Woodlake?
Woodlet.
Woodlet, okay. All right, 4450 Woodlet Court. What is your name?
My name is John Myers, Jeanne.
Okay, and your phone number is 609.
Yes.
Okay, what's going on?
We had people over last night. We were drinking. Most of us went to bed. One of them stayed on the balcony. She was drinking, and we just went outside, and she's laying face down in the backyard. It looks like I'm guessing maybe she fell off the balcony, but she's stiff.
Okay, is she breathing?
I don't know if she's face down.
Okay, how old is she?
at 41. Here, hold on.
Hey, this is Jose Barrera.
Hey, have y'all checked to see if she's breathing?
She's not moving one bit. She's not breathing.
Okay.
I just tried to assess her, touch her. She's completely face down in the yard. She is stiff.
Okay. Do you know if she,
Work.
do you see any blood or anything where she, my call dropped. Are you there?
I am.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was outside.
It's okay. I'm not sure what happened to the line there for a second. Do you see any blood or anything to where, from where she fell?
I don't know if I should move her over. I mean, she is completely face down.
Okay. I mean, can you just check and see if she's breathing? If she's not breathing and you know she's gone, then just leave her where she's at. If she, okay.
So as you heard in the 911 call, Tam was found in the backyard, face down, not breathing, not moving. Who's rendering aid here? Nobody went to render aid. Checking a pulse does not entail touching someone's back or touching someone's leg, as it has been alleged that Jose performed this. So number one, learn CPR. It will save a life. I guarantee you. I understand nobody wanted to go out there and look at the body, but the way things look, somebody touched that body. They had to have touched the body, not just moving the leg. The positioning, everything was off. I don't understand that positioning after a traumatic fall with the injuries that she incurred. It don't add up. But we'll talk about that in part 2. The other thing is to check to see if someone is alive or not. You want to either check the carotid pulse, which is here, with 2 fingers, here, or you can check it here. It's on both sides. The other way to check and see if somebody is alive is to check their radial pulse. So this is your hand, go down from your thumb, radial pulse, right here. You can feel the pulse here. This side, thumb, down, radial pulse. Nobody wants to touch a dead body. I get that. Or a potentially dead body. I get that. I gave CPR on a dead body. Literally was no pulse. But I did CPR. I kept that blood flowing. I was pumping that heart. As we see it now, or as we know now, I believe Tamla was dead a long time ago before they even found her. She had been dead for a couple hours. And we'll talk about the death certificate. The time on the death certificate is a question I have. So we'll talk about it in part 2. So make sure you follow me on part 2. But let's get back into it. So it's been said from the beginning, there were only 12 people there. But if you count up the list and include Tamla, there's 13 people on the list. The name that sticks out is Michael Pallarino. I believe it's somebody's husband, but we'll get into that in the next video. What really happened to Tamla that night? Looks like she was having a great time based on these pictures, the videos that did come through. Now, I heard that there were other videos taken, but nobody can find them at this point. So what is the real story? Was she happy, dancing, being the life of the party? What was going on at that time? Did something happen that night? Was there a disagreement? Was there jealousy, envy? There's so many questions and not very many answers. So this is Madeline. Madeline is the one who found or saw Tamla outside in the yard. So Madeline says she went upstairs to alert Jean and Jose, but when she got there, she heard some water running, thought they were taking a shower, so she went back downstairs and viewed the body. Really? You viewed the body again to make sure and see if she got up? Was she faking? I don't get it. So something clicked in her brain, and she went back upstairs to alert them again and let them know, hey, Tam's not moving. She's laying outside. She looks stiff, whatever the case may be. They came downstairs and then assessed the situation. I don't know what happened after that, but they finally called 911, and then police got there probably 15 minutes after their call. So everything took place in Forsyth County in Georgia. It's about 40 miles south of Atlanta. The population isn't very large. It's under 10,000. And it doesn't have the best reputation. It definitely has a really sour past, although it says that they have a proud past and brighter future, or whatever it may say. But check this out, you guys. Doesn't look pretty good to me. It is certainly a red flag. It's known as a sundown town, good old southern sundown town.
It is hidden in a narrow patch of forest between rows of $500,000 homes. Even looking straight down, nothing betrays the mystery of what lies beneath. These tombstones are all that's left of the old Black Baptist Church at Stony Point. Look closely at the dates. Why do they all end before 1912? This is not evidence of promises broken, but of loved ones kept away, because the men, women, and children buried here were the only black residents of Forsyth County, Georgia, for nearly all of the 20th century.
All of the Negro people had to leave. There was knocking on the door, and they were told to get out.
Elon Osby heard the story directly from her own mother, Willie Mae Bagley, just a 2-year-old back in 1912 when the Night Riders came to their home and so many others in Forsyth County.
Can you imagine the fear that they would have?
So as you can see, the history of Forsyth County is interesting. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's interesting. Read up on it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about this town. Or this county itself. A lot of corruption, deceit, a lot of covering up of things. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that area of town. I probably wouldn't take my ass there if I had to pass through, because of the fact there is too much going on. People are still racist, and I'm going to call it like I see it. People are still racist. They don't care. And that's why I feel like there was a lot of negligence with this case. I want justice to be served. I want this case looked at even more closely, because there are some inconsistencies, and we're going to talk about it in part 2. I know you heard me talk about that earlier, but there's so much to unwrap in part 2 that I don't want to add it on to this video. So you guys stick around, watch this video again so you are caught up, and then we're going to go through part 2 together so that you can understand how I unravel the facts in the case, the autopsy report, the death certificate, who was all there, the times of the open and closing of doors. We're going to talk about all of that stuff, you guys. So I hope this was helpful for you guys to understand. You got a little bit of lesson about CPR and what to check for a breathing individual. All right, you guys, I'll be back. Stay tuned. Thank you all for viewing this video today. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and come on back for part 2.